Yeah, well, happy birthday to me, I guess. What's up, guys, and welcome to the Blues and Stripes. So I'm just going to get right into this. First, just to talk about the referee, because this referee was atrocious. Yes, it's a second yellow for Fofana, 100%. I mean, he comes through the ball, he does get a touch on it, but he goes on top of the guy's ankle, studs up. Totally makes sense for a second yellow. But you know, it sounds kind of familiar, almost like a defender slid in, goes through the ball, studs up onto Palmer's ankle in the box. Weird, right? And on top of that, you got the guy Fleming who scored. Should have probably been sent off because he elbowed Fofana in the ribs and then dove trying to get Tosin sent off. So this referee was atrocious, but we can't help that. We should put the game to bed. The game should have been put to bed probably by the 40th minute. As many chances as we wasted today. And for Rosenior, the Leeds match, I said it was a blip. We've been beating all the teams we should be beating. The Leeds match was a mental shutoff, and we gave them the game. We gave them a point. So it's one moment, as long as it doesn't happen again. Oh, it happened again. What do you know? We're up a goal, mental shut off from Fofana, gets himself sent off, and then we just totally shut off for the rest of the match. This is a team that went toe-to-toe with Arsenal being down to 10 men. And then Burnley, we just sit back like we're scared of them. Go at them. Take the game to them. They're not good. They're going down this season. Take the game to them. Don't just let them come at us and sit back and wait for Ward-Prowse to send in his corners and free kicks, but that's what we did. And lo and behold, we could have lost today. And once again, Bernardo Cueva should be fucking sacked. I'm sick of watching us be so inept on set pieces. They had 3 free headers by the end of the match. One of them they scored on. How can that happen? And I will say for Rosenior, his lineup, mostly what I wanted to see. Gusto, I was not a fan of that choice. I thought Hato should have started. And to be fair, a lot of our attack kept dying because the ball would go to Gusto, and he's not good on the ball. So he was constantly involved in our attacks just dying. So you can look at the fact that we didn't kill this game off, and Gusto had a big hand in that. But his subs today just killed our momentum. I understand taking Palmer off. He's not having a good game. He looked like he might have been feeling something. But bringing on Tosin. And the same thing Maresca did that he kept making mistakes on. And here we are again. But he's not a good defender. And you could see several moments whenever now Burnley have chances because he's too slow. He doesn't read the game well. And now they're creating chance after chance because you bring on Tosin. Hato on for Gusto is fine. Delap on for Pedro, I guess. Gives you some fresh legs, but I don't really see much from Delap, so I don't see why you're bringing him on. But then the final two, Sar and Acheampong, sound like good subs. But when you look at who you're taking off, they're not good subs. You're taking off Neto, who's a very hard worker and can go to the full 90 minutes and constantly put pressure on everybody. And James, your leader, your captain, you're taking him off. And lo and behold, you take him off, and suddenly now everybody looks out of sorts. The team looks at 6s and 7s. It's not good enough. So for Rosenior, again, the Leeds match felt like a blip. I was willing to look past it because it was just a bit of a mental shutdown from the players. And I could look at the players and go, you guys were not good enough on the day. But if it happened again, I was going to have some questions for him, and here we are. It's happened again. Fofana's stupid red, and then everybody just shuts off on multiple set pieces. It's embarrassing. And now we're dropping points to one of the teams that's going to get relegated this season. And our top 4 hopes are now in danger because Man U stepped up, Liverpool has stepped up. They look more likely to get top 4 now because we can't beat Burnley. That's embarrassing. But getting into individuals, Sanchez, nothing really wrong with him today. I feel bad for him again because it's another clean sheet that he's been robbed of because we have players that don't want to fucking defend for whatever reason. James looked kind of sloppy on the ball again today. I don't know what it is. He's typically so tidy in possession. He keeps the ball moving well. His passes are accurate. He's not looked the same. I don't know why. Defensively, he looks fine. He's been doing a lot of that side of the ball very well, but his passes seem a little bit off the mark. It started early today. A moment whenever he has a free pass, I think to Fernandez maybe, and he ends up putting it out of bounds with a bad touch. Fofana, I mean, both the yellow cards were deserved and were stupid. The first one, Hannibal's not going anywhere. It was very lazy the way we let him just run through our midfield without any challenge. But then Fofana, he's going right to Santos, and you step across him, which not only sets up for a great free kick opportunity, but it gets you a yellow. And it was fairly early on in the match, too. Like 20th minute, I think. And then the second one, there's no reason to lunge in like that. There's just not. You got to be smarter than that. Chalaba, I thought, looked good today. He was probably the only solid defender we had overall. And then Gusto, like I said, I didn't see a whole lot wrong with him. It's just his touch is not good enough. And so whenever we're knocking it around, we're trying to keep it moving quickly, and then the ball goes to him, now all of a sudden I'm expecting our attack to die out, and most of the time it did. Whether it was too slow, whether it was a bad pass or a bad touch, I would say half of our attacks, he's the reason why nothing came of them. or why we had to just go backwards and restart. Caicedo and Santos in the midfield I thought looked very good again today. It's a very solid pairing. However, I will criticize Santos because he's at fault for the goal. It's his man that runs in completely unopposed, and he just watches him, doesn't track him, doesn't go with him. It's not a good look for him. The three in behind João Pedro, Neto I thought looked good today. Very energetic, looked creative, gets himself the assist too. Very hard worker, and he showed it again today. I think one thing that Rosenior has done very well is that front three and behind João Pedro, they're very interchangeable. They're very adaptable. So we see sometimes he's out on the left, trying to take on his defender and then cross it in, but then occasionally he'll switch out to the right side. And now all of a sudden he has the danger of cutting in and having a shot. So I like having that adaptability, and I think Neto is showing he's very good no matter where you put him in that front line. He's very, like I said, energetic. Enzo, I wanted to see a little bit more from him today. I thought he worked very hard to try to win the ball back, but on the ball, I felt like there probably was some more to come from him today. And then Palmer just looked very off it. I was hoping the recent performances would have given him some confidence and we would have seen a bit better version of him, but today, I mean, his touches weren't good enough. He had a couple of chances that he absolutely wasted that typically he'd be putting in. So overall, it was just not a good performance from him. And it's concerning because we need him to be back to his best, especially with the games we have coming up, and this was not it today. And I know it was a tough one because of how tight and compact Burnley were making it, but there were still moments where he should have put the game to bed. And then João Pedro, outside of the goal, I thought he worked hard, tried to keep possession, kept it moving. A couple of chances he did waste too, but on the whole of it, I thought he looked good today. And as far as the subs are concerned, I mean, Tosin, not really any problem with him, but overall just the quality of our defense, you could sense the drop off as soon as he came on. There's such a lack of stability back there once he stepped in because he's not a good defender. Delap had a couple chances that I thought he wasted. The one at the end, I mean, he should do so much better on. Like, I realize it's a bit difficult at popping up on him, but still, with his quality, he's a striker, he should at least be putting it on target or close to the target. So to sky it as the last chance of the game, it's not good enough. Hato made a couple of good defensive challenges. No real problem with him there. He did have one chance I thought he could have done a bit better on, but also he's the left back, so I'm not expecting great striking quality from him. And then Achampong and Sarr, I mean, it's not like they had a whole lot of time to do anything, but they were brought in to make our back line more stable, and they didn't. And granted, I still think that's partially on Rosenior for taking off your captain in that situation, but still, both of them, they're tall, they should be a lot more physical on these corners, and I didn't see either of them really affecting much in the box. So that'll do it. I mean, it's a quick one, but I'm frustrated. It's so stupid that once again we drop points against a possibly relegation side. This one a lot more sure than Leeds is. But that can't happen. As good as Rosenior's been since he's come in, as well as he's done to pick up the points against these types of teams, to have two in a row where he doesn't, it's not a good look. And it's the first time I'm starting to feel a little bit concerned about, wait, is he actually going to do anything here? Because so far, I think he's done well. And again, I still think Bernardo Cueva, he needs to be gone. Our set pieces have been so lacking. Everybody talked about, oh, the whole City goal, Neto curling in from the corner and getting a goal on that. Yeah, that's fantastic. You can do it against a championship side. But look how many goals we've conceded from corners this season. Look how few goals we've scored from corners this season. I mean, today we had, 5 or 6? And one of them looked dangerous? They had 3 or 4 near the end of the match. Every single one looked dangerous from them. That's not good enough. For a team that is about to get relegated to look that much better than us on set pieces, our set piece coach needs to be sacked for that. It's a freaking embarrassment, and I'm sick of it. That's it for me. Those are all my thoughts. Cue the outro. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe for more Chelsea previews, reviews, and talks. Also, let me know what your thoughts are down below, whether you agree, disagree, or just want to call me stupid. Let me know, we can talk about it, discuss all that good stuff. Also, if you want to hear me talk about TV shows and movies that I like, check out my channel Mason the Brock Henderson, where I upload reviews every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. As well as if you want to watch me play through video games and try to make it entertaining for you, I have a Let's Play channel, Meso Hendo Plays, where I upload every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Also, if you do want to help me grow this channel, I do have a Patreon where all the funds and donations will go directly into improving this channel's quality. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace out, and up the Chels.